just concluded, and India's stand is still the same. We won't escalate, but we will retaliate. Some myths and propaganda busted as well, Pratibha.
Absolutely. So in this press briefing, also revealing is that Pakistan launched a high-speed missile at about 140 using precision ammunition, and yet again also clarifying again that while India was very clear that it will not escalate and will only retaliate, Pakistan has attempted to hit civilian infrastructure, and that is the attempt that Pakistan has been making from the 3 previous nights, continuously trying to target the civilian infrastructure in the country, Swati.
Absolutely, and this is what Pakistan is resorting to, targeting the military infrastructure, targeting our civilians. But India has attacked 5 air bases, 5 Pakistani air bases. Pakistan is also using a civilian flight as shield. Let me in fact bring in Colonel Mahesh Ramachandran. Pakistan's nefarious designs being busted, the propaganda and the myths being busted in the press briefing once again. Pakistan must behave. That's the message going in from India to Pakistan.
Oh, absolutely. And the message is very clear. Don't mess with us. Enough is enough. And you're going to get it back, and you're going to get it back in the neck. But Swati, this disinformation that we were talking about, you know, I have with me the headlines of Dawn newspaper of 17 December 1971. And look what they're saying. What happened on 16 December? We all know Pakistan was broken into 2, 93,000 prisoners. And here it says, Yahya Khan says war till victory and jihad and so that is Pakistan for you. They will never accept it. They will, you know, I even seen a cartoon of the cricket players, you know, he's clean bowled and then he's asking the umpire, no, give me proof that I'm out. So that is Pakistan for you. So it's nothing to be surprised. Again, the issue of Ahmad Chaudhary, the DG ISPR, and his father's links with Osama bin Laden. Why are we surprised? This explains why Osama bin Laden was in Abbottabad, next to their, you know, their military academy, their army establishments. It's all falling in place. So Pakistan is a terror state. Their army, instead of defending the Pakistanis, is defending terrorists. It's plain and simple. No rocket science required.
Yes, just a moment. Let's bring in our colleague Pradeep Datta as well, who's on the broadcast with us to get the details and the key highlights of what was revealed in the press briefing. And this was significant, Pradeep, because over the last few hours, we've seen that the unrelenting, unprovoked attacks from Pakistan have only continued. And these reports have also been confirmed in this press briefing that Pakistan has misused civilian airlines, using them as a shield to target India.
Yes, 3-4 important points that were made. That one, that the civilian airlines has been used as a shield to target India. Second, they said that there has been a misinformation campaign, that rocket was fired, missile was fired from their side towards Afghanistan, on which the Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri clearly said Afghanistan very well know that who actually had been targeting them for the last 1.5 years. So we need not tell them what actually had really happened. And also they said that how the misinformation campaign about some of the air bases, like Brahmos air base in Nagrota and many other places like have been targeted. That misinformation campaign has been unleashed from the side. So there is no reality in that. Nothing of that sort has really happened. But yes, they said that we have targeted some of the places from where they had been trying to target us. We have, our troops have also tried to target many of their installations because they are continuously targeting civilian areas. Because what actually Pakistan is doing, Pakistan is trying to target civilian areas and also trying to target religious places. That is what actually they are trying to sow the seeds of discord. That's what actually they are doing. Vikram Misri once again today mentioned about, because this is the second time during the press briefing where he has mentioned about how they are trying to sow the seed of discord, how they are using the airline as a shield to in fact checkmate the security agencies and to target India. And third thing is important is that once again they are continuing with the misinformation and disinformation campaign and peddling lies, and that too is being done by the state machinery. It is not that somebody else is doing it, but it's state machinery is employed in doing and peddling lies in this regard. But they are saying that we never ever wanted to escalate situation. We are only giving them back. That is what actually they are saying. So this in totality, they said that what they used, the kind of weaponry they used used the missile, they fired drones, they also used loitering munition was fired from their side to target civilian infrastructure, to target some of the air bases, and they tried to target, in fact, the installations not only in Avantipur but also in Jammu region and many other places. So it did continue in about several locations. More than 26 locations were targeted by Pakistan during the last 12 hours. So the provocation from their side is continuing. They are trying to target Indian infrastructure. They are trying to target Indian civilians, and something that can't be tolerated by any country, because if the civilians are being targeted, because if we go by the Vienna Convention, even during the wartime, the civilians are not to be targeted. But here in this case, we have seen ever since the Operation Sindoor has been launched on May 7th, when 9 of their terror dens were completely decimated and demolished. We have seen what's really first thing the Pakistan did. They opened mouths of their artillery guns. They started targeting people in Push region.
Absolutely. It was hostile action by Pakistan. It has been countered. Let me also introduce the guests that we have here. Air Marshal RGK Kapoor, ex-air officer, commanding-in-chief, joining us on the broadcast. Thank you for your presence. Colonel Mahesh Ramachandran is also with us. We have Commander V.K. Jaitley in the studio. I'm given to understand we have Lieutenant General K.J. Singh, former Western Army commander as well, and Wing Commander Abhishek Matiman, former spokesperson of Ministry of Defence. Commander Jaitley, one other thing that was shared during the press conference is the movement of the Pakistani troops in the forward areas. What does that mean? On one hand, it is trying to gain sympathy of the world. It's definitely managed to get money from IMF. On the other hand, they're moving their troops towards the forward areas.
I think intentions of Pakistan are very clear. Give maximum damage to India. They have attacked our temples, they have attacked our Gurudwara, they have attacked our hospital, they have attacked our schools. On the other hand, we have attacked only defense establishments of Pakistan. That also again in a very measured response. I'm surprised, why shouldn't we go full ahead and destroy all their military installations? Yes, we should not attack on their places of religious places or their schools or their hospitals. No, we are very, very responsible democracy. Our leadership is very, very matured. We don't want to attack their civilian areas. But as far as their military installations are concerned and their terrorist camps are concerned, I think we should go full ahead now. That's my view.
Lieutenant General K.J. Singh, do you agree on the forward, Pakistan moving troops to forward areas, a clear indication that there is not going to be any step back from Pakistan and it's only going to escalate from here?
See, there is a signal of escalation. There is also a signal of moving into nuclear domain. National Command Authority, which manages the nuclear weapons, the meeting has been called. Now, I think our strategy is very responsible and correct. We are giving proportionate and adequate response. Their mobilization is okay. They are responding in panic. This mobilization also has a telling effect on Pakistan. You are getting troops out from your western border. You're getting troops from your 11 and 12 Corps. And there they have the challenges of fighting insurgency with Baloch Liberation Army and in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. So you are going to suffer losses over there. So to that extent, I think our strategy of degrading Pakistan's war fighting potential and not getting provoked into something irrational is appreciable, and I would like to commend our air defense umbrella, the integrated air command and control system, Akash Tir, and the role played by our Zu-23, L-70, Shilkas, the so-called small or medium caliber anti aircraft and counter drone grid that we have managed to put in, which is a very, very difficult thing. And the seamless integration that we have achieved between Army and Air Force. See, when I retired, we were told that Pakistan is little ahead of us in the control and reporting system of air defense. And Pakistan has an air defense command. But see, amazing progress that we have made. a great appreciation for our air defense warriors, how they are, taking them on, making these drones ineffective, and yet going and destroying their air bases, putting them out of action. Taking down the radar station at Lahore, very commendable. This is going to be a test of nerves, patience, and only thing we can do is allow our strategy to unfold. We should not panic. We should not do something irrational, which is not going to see. After internationally, people are accepting that India is a responsible power. We are not targeting their civilian facilities or indiscriminate. We are doing it proportionately. That is interesting. Some people can say we are reactive, but that is the cross that we have to carry as a responsible nation. And I think we are doing well in this process. Let us get the Pakistan war fighting potential degraded more. When they will blink and they will go running to Dubai, as it is, calling for National Command Authority is a sign that they are desperate.
Absolutely.
That's why
Singh, before we carry on with the discussion, let's once again, listen to some excerpts from that press briefing. So India won't escalate but will retaliate. That's the message. A press briefing was held just a short while back in which this message was made loud and clear. Pakistan was also asked to behave itself. Air Marshal Kapoor, how do you assess the situation now with information now coming in and officially being shared by our government that Pakistan is moving its troops towards forward areas, targeting our military installations? Even if India is saying we won't escalate and only retaliate, if you look at Pakistan's perspective, it's almost as if it's an all-out war from their side.
See, Pakistan, like I had covered in the morning, it's kind of a state trying to terrorize another nation. This is likely to, in my opinion, continue till their own aims or objectives that they've set for themselves are achieved. And that is the notion of victory. And every time we undertake a proportionate response, this notion of victory gets neutralized. And that is, I think, the strategy that is unfolding. Moving its forces or troops or equipment closer to the border is, in my opinion, an indication that it feels threatened in that area and would like to reinforce. And so the kind of proportionately increasing response from India in the land domain is also unnerving them. In the morning we found that in the morning we found that some of the terror camps or those camps where they are using them as drone bases have also been targeted. And so it is a good sense of, I would say it's a good measure of our intelligence, which is giving clear-cut indication of what Pakistan is likely to do. And I'm sure the leadership is factoring all these things into their calculus while planning the next move.
Okay, in fact, there were a lot of reports of what actually happened. We have a government confirmation on what Pakistan actually attempted. It may have failed, but what it attempted in this press briefing. Let's play out those excerpts as we were talking about, from using high-speed missiles to the propaganda and lies that Pakistan is depending on. Take a look at what the government's official response has been on what Pakistan has been attempting and India's calibrated response.
In a swift and calibrated response, Indian Armed Forces carried out precision attacks only on identified military targets. These included technical infrastructure, command and control centers, radar sites and weapon storage areas. Pakistan military targets at Rafiqi, Murid, Chaklala, Rahim Yar Khan, Sukur and Chunya, were engaged using air-launched precision weapons from our fighter aircraft. Radar sites at Pasroor and Sialkot Aviation Base were also targeted using precision munitions. While carrying out these responses, India ensured minimum collateral damage. Pakistan has also attempted to execute a continued malicious misinformation campaign with claims of destruction of Indian S-400 system at Adampur, destruction of airfields at Suratgarh and Sirsa, BrahMos base at Nagrota, RT gun positions at Derangyari and Chandigarh Forward Ammunition Depot, with heavy damages to other military stations being propagated on social media. India unequivocally rejects these false narratives being spread by Pakistan.
All right, so misadventures of Pakistan are being punished, but one thing is very clear that Pakistan does not want any de-escalation. We have Wing Commander Abhishek Matiman as well. Here in India, we have our Ministry of External Affairs, Ministry of Defense, a joint briefing. The government is informing its civilians, keeping it updated about how we are retaliating. Total chaos in Pakistan for sure, also resorting to lies, fakery and propaganda. Okay, I'm given to understand that we've lost the line with Wing Commander Abhishek Matiman. I'd like to direct that question to Colonel Mahesh Ramachandran.
Can you just repeat it?
Well, it's systematic here at the moment, right? We are getting a daily briefing about what's transpiring, about the action that we are taking and how we are retaliating to Pakistan's hostile action. Meanwhile, in Pakistan, if you see, their citizens questioning the establishment, seeking clarity. The Pak legislators in the assembly saying कुछ लोग दुबई भाग जाएंगे, कुछ लोग लंदन भाग जाएंगे, हमको तो इसी country में रहना, and we do not support this establishment.
The Pak legislators have actually called their own Prime Minister Sharif Buzdil. We heard it, nothing new. Now again, why is this happening? Because who is in charge? I again ask this question again. Who is in charge in Pakistan? Asim Munir, there is an unelected government, doesn't have the people's mandate. Imran Khan, who was elected, is in jail. And Asim Munir is running his, he's supporting the terrorists more than his own people. So obviously there is chaos. It is not even a comparison what the kind of, the command and control structure we have in India, the way the information is disseminated, absolutely authentic. And we have every reason to believe, what our Foreign Secretary and Sofia Qureshi and, Bhamika Singh are saying. I think it's very, very well orchestrated, very well articulated, and yeah, there is no comparison. Pakistan, it's in chaos, and in fact, that is also a cause for concern. Who will take a decision of de-escalation in Pakistan? Can anybody tell me that?
Okay, in fact, while we speak of contrast and how these briefings have been taking place, we just want to play out what Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri has also spoken about how temples have been targeted, how Pakistan has very clearly targeted civilian infrastructure, while India has been very clear that we are going to avoid any collateral damage whatsoever. Just listen in.
We have also seen in some of the remarks that have been shown on television that the Pakistani army spokesman seems to take great joy at the fact that the Indian public should criticize the government of India with regard to various issues. It may be a surprise to Pakistan to see citizens criticizing their own government. That is the hallmark of an open and functioning democracy. Pakistan's unfamiliarity with that, again, should not be surprising. And finally, there is this yet again completely ludicrous claim that Indian missiles have hit Afghanistan. Totally frivolous allegation. And I only want to point out that Afghan people don't need to be reminded about which country it is that has on multiple occasions in just the last 1.5 years targeted civilian populations and civilian infrastructure in Afghanistan. Ladies and gentlemen, as you would have gathered from this morning's briefing, we are dealing with an evolving situation. Accordingly, today we don't have the time to take questions, but we will continue to update you on this situation as we go along. Thank you all very much for joining us this morning.
Well, it's an evolving situation for sure, and Pakistan's lies and fakery also busted during the press briefing. Once again, India maintaining its stand that we are not looking for any sort of escalation, but if Pakistan is continuing to target our military installations and our civilians, then we'll have to retaliate, which is exactly what we're doing. A very quick break. Our guests will continue to be with us. The discussion and the coverage continues on the other side.